everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with another rant stroke thought of the day. This one is definitely going to be a rant. Yet again, it's another media Muppet in the football media, talking about Newcastle United and getting way wide of the mark. And it shouldn't surprise anybody that the latest inductee to our rant of the day is none other than the king of the bellends, that is Paul Merson. Yes, Merson has been synonymous with ridiculous fucking statements for a long time on Sky Sports. I'm amazed he's still in the job, to be brutally honest with you. They got rid of some of the old fuckers in that Soccer Saturday lineup, pensioned them off, and Mercer's still there, stealing the living. So what Merson actually said, he did his match preview for Newcastle versus Spurs, which is only hours away. We did ours. A lot of the Newcastle fan-led media have done theirs. Way more on the money than Merson'S. Merson did say we'd won 2-1, which I did say as well. So I do agree with that one, Merson. But what he did say verbatim was that Eddie Howe can't have any more defeats like last week, or the owners might start asking questions. Not really sure about that one, Merce, to be honest with you. The only question that Eddie Howe is going to be getting asked by the owners is in the summer, how much money do you want to buy better players? I mean, do me a fucking favour, mate. We've lost 4 games all season, got to a cup final, and are on the cusp of top 4. Now, we're not Chelsea. We don't sack managers for things like that. As a matter of fact, we applaud managers for things like that. Eddie Howe is the best manager we've had since Sir Bobby Robson, hands down. And he's got us playing the best football, the most productive football, the most points on the board, and the best seasons that we've had probably since Sir Bobby Robson as well, and Keegan before that. So nobody's calling for Eddie Howe's head, you stupid bellend. That things like this really infuriate me. Mark and I did this in a previous life as well when we were slide rule past, wrote a story about Merson and things like that. These guys do not do their research. The same with Paul Scholes a few weeks ago when he was talking shit about Manchester United. They don't do their research. They look at the last game and they go, how did they play? Oh, they were really bad. Right, he must be under pressure then. No, look at the season. Look at the way we've played all season. We were relegation candidates last season. And we're fucking top 4 contenders, arguably top 4 favourites this season. He's not under pressure. Eddie Howe was in contender for manager of the year, mate. Do your fucking research, Merson, you lazy bellend. Or it could just be, as I've said previously, he's got so much brain damage for the amount of China he snorted up his beak as a player that he still can't quite understand or grasp what's going on with Newcastle United at the minute. We're evolving, mate. We're in a project. We're in an evolution stage. We are heading in the right place. And it isn't just because of the players that we bought, which is another lazy argument that I can't stand by these lazy media Muppets. Yes, we spent 250 million quid because we had to. Mike Ashley spent fuck all. He would barely put paint on the training ground walls. Look at the training complex now. I saw a picture of Trippier the other day. It's fantastic looking now. They've got loads of great new facilities and a little bit of crack for the lands with the old football table tennis thing. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but you know what I mean. You know, these are things that the club needed. You know, Eddie Howe, yes, has signed some great players, but look at the bargains that he's got. Kieran Trippier, 12 million. Dan Burn, 13 million. Nick Pope, 10 million, arguably the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. You know, Bruno Guimaraes, less than 40. Sven Botman, less than 40. Alexander Isak for 63 looks a fucking bargain right now. If you think of how much, you know, Lukaku cost Chelsea, and that fat bastard can barely hit water if he fell off a boat. I mean, you know, give the guy some credit. You know, Newcastle United's success has come from Eddie Howe's superb coaching. I mean, he took Joe Linton from a shit striker to prime Patrick Vieira. He turned Miggy Almiron into a player who could actually have an end product. He even managed to turn Emil Kraft into a footballer. These things should never be understated by the media, and they constantly are. It's all about the money. It's all about the rich owners. It's all about where Newcastle are going. These guys are so desperate to get Eddie Howe out of a job and get Conte in there, or Nagelsmann in there, or Zidane in there, or Jose and his links to Bobby and all that. You know, Eddie Howe is probably one of the best managers, arguably in Europe at the moment, in terms of what he's doing with this football team. You give him better players and he underperforms, yes, then you can maybe put pressure on him, but you don't want to get into a stage like Chelsea. Chelsea sack managers when they win competitions. Newcastle United are not going down that route, and I, for one, am glad that they're not. So do your research, Merson. Put some respect on Eddie Howe's name. He's not going to be under pressure if we lose this game. I think we'll win this game as well, 2-1, just like you. But he will not be under pressure if we lose this game because he's got enough credit in the bank to get through this season. Even if we didn't finish top four, Eddie Howe will not be out of a job. He's done a superb job taking us from the bottom of the table to the top four of the table. We are going to get top four, in my opinion, and stop talking shit, Merson. This is Chris signing off. If you like these kind of things, please click subscribe, like the video, help get around YouTube. We're nearly on 3,000 subscribers. We'd love you to come and join us. And yeah, come and join Evermore. 2 weekly podcasts, Mondays and Wednesdays, and pop the videos just like this rant one you've watched, which is much better than any shite that falls out of poor Merson'S face. We'll catch you later, everyone. Enjoy the game. 3 points to the Mags. How are the lads?